This is Peter Cortez reporting live from the home of Rosa Aviles, a 17-year-old woman who suffers from cerebral palsy. Today, we will be exploring the background of this disease and get a glimpse of those who live with it. But first, let us meet her sister, Diana Aviles, who is also her caretaker. Miss Aviles, when did you start to realize that your sister was suffering from cerebral palsy?
Well, when my sister was young, in the first few years of her life, she began to exhibit signs and symptoms of this disorder. She was slow, twitching, turning developmental milestones, such as smiling, rolling over, sitting, crawling, and walking. However, since cerebral palsy can appear in mild, moderate, and severe forms, we believe that she was only a bit slow in the beginning and didn't seek professional medical advice. Her form of cerebral palsy wasn't mild, in which a child is only clumsy, and it wasn't severe, which in all parts of the patient's physical capabilities are affected. In her case, she had moderate form that caused her to limp once she had started walking. The doctor instantly recommended a leg brace or a cane and said that if her condition got any worse, we should probably get a wheelchair or special equipment for her. We finally began to realize that it was cerebral palsy when she began to exhibit symptoms such as lack of muscle coordination or involuntary exaggerated reflexes, stiff muscles, slow riding movements. She also had issues swallowing, excessive drooling, and variations with her muscle tone. Some were too rigid, while others will flexible or floppy. She had began to exhibit signs such as stiff muscles, abnormal sensations such as pain when she was lightly touched, and irritation of her skin around the mouth, chin, and chest as a result of her drooling. She also stood and walked on her tiptoes, and when she would walk, she would drag her foot or her leg, and had difficulty maintaining balance with fine motor skills.
I see. Those must have been some very, very years for her. But tell me, do you know what caused your sister's condition and how she developed it? Is it a genetic condition, or is it something that she got from a virus or bacteria?
Cerebral palsy is actually a congenital disorder resulting from brain injury or malfunction occurring prior to or during birth while infant's brain is in the process of development. The most common cause is lack of oxygen to the brain. Other sources of brain damage and prenatal disturbance of the brain cell migration or prenatal myelination or insulation of the development nerve cell fibers, prenatal death of brain cells, and postnatal non-functional or improper synapses or connection between brain cells. The effect of the brain injury on the child is intellectual abilities and motor functioning is highly developed on the location. Sensitivity is the nature of the brain injury. It can also affect muscle tone, posture, balance, and
Thank you, Diana. Now let's meet Rosa herself and hear a little about what it's like to live with this condition on a day-to-day basis. Rosa, what was your initial experience with cerebral palsy? Were there certain tests that doctors used to diagnose you?
Yes, there were. There are certain doctors who specialize in the treatment of children and other patients with brain and nerve Essentially, it's volunteers that conducted by to report the brain electrologically. This was limited abnormalities of the brain with patterns. It was followed by laboratory testing related to conditions origin, discovered metabolic complications. After a given diagnosis, and referred to a specialist for certain forms and test other conditions associated with disorder. This other test was assigned a interest disorder, disability, and minimums and speech delays, including impairments of vision or hearing and other developmental disorders.
Wow, that's quite a lot to endure simply to determine whether or not you want cerebral palsy. I'm sure you were relieved to finally know what it was causing those. How did you and your physicians go about treating your cerebral palsy?
In my case, I have a moderate form of cerebral palsy. It's reported both forms of cerebral palsy often require a medical care to make a physiatrist, a commissioner, a neurologist, orthopedic surgeon, occupational therapist, physical therapist, social worker, speech language pathologist, health specialist, and or a developmental therapist. I regularly take certain medications to help for brain shifting, functional growth, and management of spasticity or other cerebral palsy. I regularly inject on-body toxins, more commonly known as Botox, directly into the muscle and or nerve to improve drooling and spasticity that is isolated to vertebral muscle. They must be injected every 3 months. Tools of the can be treated with oral relaxants such as Dantilin or Gantium, Baclofen or Gabapentin, and Diazepam or Valium to relax contracted stiff muscles. Physical, recreational, occupational, or speech and language therapy may also enhance functional abilities. In more serious cases, several nerves or orthopedic surgery may increase muscle tightness or correct spasticity, drive bone abnormalities.
Oh my, that's quite an extensive list of medical appointments and treatments that can be used for this treatment needed. It must involve quite a lot of appointments and visits to the pharmacy. If you don't mind me asking, what is your prognosis? How will your life in the future be affected by this disorder?
The prognosis for cerebral palsy varies case to case. In many cases, the individual may not require any special assistance to complete daily activities and will be capable of living independently. Moderate cerebral palsy, like mine, requires medications, braces, and adaptive technology to allow them to achieve activity in daily living. In more severe cases, the patient may be capable of walking and require extensive lifelong care. However, with the aid of surgery, support treatments, and medications, individuals are able to improve their motor and communication skills. Though cerebral palsy is a that spans across the lifetime, it does not affect patients' levels of concern. However, the disorder will be accompanied by medical complications, which depend on the severity of the condition. Increased severity may result in seizures and some disabilities, particularly in relation to primary nervous girls and obesity in patients who are mobile and confined to a wheelchair. However, for general people, the most common long-term issue affecting anyone with cerebral palsy are issues of conflict, teaching, mobility, seizures, impairment, feeding, respiratory functioning, and hearing impairment.
Thank you, Tiffany. Well, folks, I have lived a life